I can't believe this is happening right now. I really can't believe it. My friend and I went on our way to get something at night. This guy came from nowhere, absolutely nowhere, grabbed her. And when I saw that he already overpowered us, I had to run for my life. And I feel so ashamed that I couldn't save my friend. Where I was hiding, I saw him. He tore her shirt like she was an animal. He treated her like an animal. He tore her shirt. He fell her down. He unbuckled his trouser and he was on her for not less than 6 minutes. I couldn't do anything. When he was done with his deed, he ran away.
Rape, according to Section 357 of the Criminal Code, it defines rape as any person who has unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman or a girl without her consent, or with her consent if the consent is obtained by force, by threats, intimidation, false and fraudulent representation, or in the case of a married woman, by personating her husband. This can be referred as rape.
And even about that unlawful carnal knowledge, Section 6 of the Criminal Code states that unlawful carnal knowledge is when two unmarried people have sex.
And this is to a woman without her consent. Although the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act has allowed us to know that a man can also be a victim of rape.
In these areas too, some can even come through threats, through intimidation.
Consent can be obtained by force or fraudulent and representation.
People are just saying all sorts of things. I think it's because people don't know what actually this rape is. How do they know that okay, this thing is rape? How do they recognize it? That okay, this thing this person has done is rape.
I think it's simple because in the case of Osu versus State, the Supreme Court brought out the ingredients or the elements of rape. The first thing is that the accused actually had sexual intercourse with the prosecutrix, which is called the victim. Second thing is that the act of sexual intercourse was done without the consent of the victim, or the consent of the victim was taken through fraud, through intimidation, through threats, and the likes. Also, that the victim is not the wife of the accused. We can also see that another effect of rape, another element of rape is that the victim, that there was penetration in such intercourse.
Now, that penetration you mentioned is the part that vexes me the most. The fact that some people will come out and say that penetration, unless it have entered very well, then it's not yet penetration. Even if it enters, they don't understand that penetration is the most important element in a case of rape. Once penetration has been proven, then that case, the person can be proven guilty. Because this reason, sexual intercourse normally under the law, it is complete once the penis enters the vagina. Emission, ejaculation, all that is not necessary. Once that act of the penis entering the vagina has been proven, then sexual intercourse has been proven. So it doesn't matter even if the hymen is still intact, the hymen of the victim is still intact. Once they can prove that the person, the accused, actually penetrated the victim, then it is a very good conclusive evidence to prove that the person committed the crime of rape.
And in addition to that, there also has to be corroborative evidence that supports the testimony of the plaintiff, because the court cannot just rely on the testimony of the plaintiff. Yes. Yeah. So, according to Ogunbayo versus the State, corroborative evidence must be cogent, it must be compelling, and it must be unequivocal to show that, without doubt, the accused is connected directly to the crime. Corroborative evidence also comes in the form of confessional statements or medical reports.
Alright, therefore in conclusion, we can say that the punishment of rape is life imprisonment with or without skin.
I just hope that people will go online and actually read about rape and not just come to victims and say stuff like
and watch this video.
Yes, I hope they even see this video so that they can know more about it, because ignorance is not good at all. I hope they learned one of two from this.
Yes.